Sherlock Holmes, the most unlikable person on earth.
Look, have you no ironing to do?
Yes. Have you no cases to solve?
No, I haven't.
The only thing that he gets excited about is a mental challenge. So if people start to actually give him something to think about and exercise his brain, then he's happy. But apart from that, he doesn't care about people at all.
I believe there is no such thing as the supernatural, that there is only natural order. And I do not believe that there is a gigantic hound. I believe that what will emerge will be the gigantic need of some villain or other.
Well, obviously set in modern day. In particular, the thing that's different with this one compared to others is we've got Sherlock at the exact age that Doyle wrote him as, in his early 50s. But we've got Watson as a young man, his mid-20s.
Sir Henry, you must never go out onto the moor. John, Dr. Mortimer, I want you to look after Sir Henry until I finish my business in London. Then, on my arrival at Baskerville Hall, I'm sure we'll get to the bottom of this exciting case.
Well, I'm Dr. John Watson. And I think that after working with Sherlock Holmes for so many different cases, I've become just a little bit world weary about his methods, but at the same time completely in awe of the way he works. However, I've fallen in love, I'm going to get married, and to be perfectly honest, I think it's the time for me to stop working with Sherlock Holmes, but he has dragged me back in just for one more case.
There is no such thing as the supernatural.
Ah, but we don't know about the unknown, do we?
And she looks after Mr. Holmes, and I think she probably looks after Dr. Watson as well.
Holmes and Hudson. It's a nice ring to it. Also a splendid opportunity for alliteration. Holmes and Hudson and the haunted house, or Holmes, Hudson have happy arrangement.
I know. You stick to the cases, I'll stick to the housework.
It was the Guy Ritchie films and then the BBC Sherlock, so I thought it'd be useful to see if we could actually do something Sherlock-wise on stage. Hound of the Baskervilles, I think, is probably the most famous of the novels, so that's why I chose that one.
May I shake your hand and welcome you to the hall?
We are the Barrymores.
And, we are the old retainers at Baskerville Hall, but there's something rather suspicious about us, and we are holding something back.
We have a secret.
We have a secret.
My name is Jack Stapleton, and I'm a neighbour of the Baskervilles.
Do you believe in the Hound? With all of the different characters, they have very, very clear identities. You've got eccentrics and you've got geniuses and etc. Whereas Watson's more of a kind of, almost like an everyman character, and it's very difficult to play a character like that.
Basil Rathbone, very little apart from his intensity. I suppose there's a hint of the Brett about him in the sense that particularly with this case, there's always this extra nagging doubt. There's something unexplained. There's something that he doesn't get his head round.
I think that I would borrow just a little bit from Martin Freeman, because I think he does do Watson very, very well, but I think maybe I'd try and have just a little bit more, I don't know, try and be just a little bit more emotional.
Conan Doyle is actually going to make a very brief appearance in the play as well, because he will be on the wallpaper of Sherlock's laptop.
Very good.
So he was so happy with my adaptation, he insisted on being in it.
I am just on a roller coaster of emotion in this, aren't I? It's quite hard, really. Up, up, down.
And we have a dance sequence that mustn't be missed.
Absolutely.
He's just a performer. He likes showing off. He likes showing his abilities off, and so he's a bit flamboyant in places and a bit incredibly arrogant.
So the vision for the show is that we want it to be funny, scary, and it's really comic book in terms of the story of the Baskervilles and the Hound.